Otaku team demands you to watch this anime review.
That's gonna sound horrible.
This is our anime review of Code Geass, triple anime review this time. So,
Because I've actually seen a lot of it and actually know what happens.
Definitely.
half the stuff we spoiled for him, but you know.
And I read it on Wikipedia. Ooh,
Whatever.
I'm so bad.
So, this is it's a show about terrorism, and you know, it's a show about terrorism. And you know, there's like
Pizza?
there's pizza, and it's weird, but okay.
It's not weird at all.
So you got your main character here, Lelouch, who's
Dramatic
like
picture.
the ultimate badass.
And you may be wondering, why the hell is he a pink eye?
Well, okay.
It's not pink eye, it's a Geass, where pretty much he's like, Geass! And then his eyes all like, whoa! And then
This lady. Okay, so what happens in the first episode? I'm just going to spoil this for you.
This guy,
He's
lady.
gonna like
he kills a whole bunch of people. And he's in high school.
He's gonna like die, and then she's like, oh, you don't want to die, you don't want it to end, and he's like, yeah. And so she's like, okay, and she like gives him the power to control people's minds.
And that's when it all starts.
Geass. So she gives him the power to control minds. He can only do it.
So here's what happens.
On one person.
So like, let's say I just like walk into a room and William's pointing a gun at me. He's like, Sean, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm like, Geass powers, and my eye turns all like Geass. And I'm like, William, put the gun down, and he like drops the gun. And then I'm like, William, choke yourself, and he chokes himself. But you can only use it once on one person. So if he doesn't die, I'm like, okay, William, you can go. And he's like, okay. So because he's obeying me, but then like the next day he like points a gun at me again, and I'm like, Geass powers. He's like, what the hell are you doing? And it doesn't work. And I'm like, damn. And so then he shoots me.
And so usually when he's like using his Geass, he's like, Lelouch V Britannia commands you, because that's his full name. To, I don't know, it sounds more epic when he's like, Lelouch V Britannia commands you to die, which happens in the first episode. This anime is somewhat bloody. There's
somewhat.
There's some.
Let's just say in the first episode, you get like the blood. Okay, there's a
lot of blood in the first few episodes, but
lots of shooting in the face.
Mostly across the there's a lot of blood in the first few episodes, but mostly across the series, they get into giant mechas and blow people up.
So there's more
So this is Death Note.
Screaming and pieces flying everywhere.
This is Death Note, but better and mechas. Okay.
Definitely beats Gundam any day.
I just got this because it looked cool, and this because it's funny, this because it's funny, and this because it's funny.
Oh, what do you know?
Okay, so Lelouch has a best buddy. Wow,
Suzaku.
That's amazing quality right there.
I'm sorry. Well, that's Suzaku, right?
Suzaku's the bottom right guy, and he is...
Apparently, I look like him, according to William.
I don't know, your hair just looks like it. Anyway, Suzaku's his best buddy, and God, I want to get off this fucking picture. His best buddy, he, is his childhood friend.
And then they turn on each other, and then they get on the same team, and then they're all like, yeah, let's kill everyone, and then it's like, boom.
Yeah, lots of people die, lots of people survive. You know, it's
pretty much it's Japan against like a really jacked up America, Britain.
Oh yeah, I never really explained the plot, did I? Okay, so monarchy. In the Revolutionary War.
Oh, can I see it? Please.
No.
Please.
No, Sean.
No. Please.
On the Revolutionary War, Britain won and took over the entire world except for Japan, and actually
China.
They recently took over Japan. And so they named Japan Area 11. So
well, they didn't take over China. There's the Chinese Federation.
Yeah, I guess so. And so what Code Geass is...
Wait, isn't there another one like the European Union or something?
I don't know. It's Lelouch, who's the main character, ultimate badass.
Seriously. I don't know, personally, I like Suzaku. He's pretty awesome from Mecha.
With horrible...
Nightmare, as they call him.
Yeah. Yeah, they're Gundams, but...
On crack.
They're fun. They're Gundams, okay?
Yeah, but they're cool.
But with the storyline.
Yeah, it's Gundam with a storyline. That was nice. Gundams has a storyline.
Bad one.
A great one if you pay attention to the details.
Man, I mean, it's Gundams. You just sort of like
Code Geass has a... a couple of dialogue-heavy scenes where they're like talking about politics and stuff. But there's a lot of stuff just to keep the series going. New characters introduced, characters that will yank
Sometimes
and
it's the
tear at your
funniest
heart.
story.
Yeah,
It's like dramatic and serious,
it can
and
be
then
dramatic and serious.
like
where
you're
he's
talking
like,
about politics
kill
and like
people, and then
killing people, and then someone's gonna
it's like cat-
hey, I got the pizza, and you're like, ha 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 ha.
it's like cat day at school, or actually this kind of serious moment in this anime, but it's really
and then
funny.
they make it funny.
And then
There's a giant green puffy doggy kitty
That's
thingy.
Otter.
it's freaking weird. But Code Geass is a really deep anime. It's got 2 seasons.
Supposedly,
What?
rumors say they're gonna make a third, but I'm not
Oh, yeah.
gonna say anything.
There's a bunch of manga, and no one came out, and a lot of people said it was a 3rd series. I don't know if they're gonna make into a 3rd series or not. I don't know if there's ever gonna be a 3rd series. I would love one. The ending could left room for a 3rd series, but makes it so it wouldn't be appalling if they didn't make a 3rd series. So the thing about Code Geass is it's a show about terrorism. It's
Definitely terrorism.
all joking aside, it's a funny show some of the time, but a lot of the time it's a really serious and deep show. And
Great storyline. Like, I would give it a 10 out of 10 on the storyline itself. And the comedic things can sometimes be a bit raw, so, not enough of it, actually. I think sometimes it gets to the point where I'm like, geez, how am I watching this? I need to, like, step away for a second.
but
It
all
can
in
be
all,
pretty
it's great.
hardcore.
It's a great anime. It was one of the first actual anime I watched knowing that it was anime. The other ones I watched were Honey Pony Dash, Lucky Star, and Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which were just recommended to me by the same person. This one I actually got off a website because a bunch of people were talking about it. I'm like, oh, what's this? And they're like, oh, yeah. So a lot of people say the 2nd season is bad. Now, well,
I never actually saw any of the 2nd season except for the final episode.
so while the 2nd season is worse than the 1st season, with the fact that the 1st season was amazing and the 2nd season was less than amazing, it was great.
I really, spoiler alert, I don't think they should have introduced someone with another Geass. Mal was okay, but everyone else, it just sort of got to the point where I was like, get on with the fucking storyline!
That was the storyline.
Well, I don't care. I don't want any more Geass. I just want a whole bunch of exploded and, like, the Britannia people, like, whoa, shit.
That's kind of really funny because that's usually what Gundam is about.
Yeah.
That's what it's floating. Go watch
Yeah, except
Gundam.
there's too many damn politics stuff in it. Code
No,
Geass,
because I think Code Geass had, like, a perfect, like, amount of everything.
Code Geass,
It was well balanced.
I just thought of this. Code Geass is Death Note plus Gundam.
And then
Just
you
thought
improve
of that.
upon those
Plus
in it.
better.
Yeah, plus better.
Because Death Note, I thought the ending was crap.
Yeah.
Horrible ending. Horrible.
Oh, come on. That was...
Don't spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it yet.
That was...
Anyway, yeah, well,
I've
not a
never
Death Note and
actually
Gundam
seen
review.
Gundams. I've only seen like one episode. I don't know how the ending is, but I cannot imagine it was good.
I was
It's always the same.
But because if you think about Gundams, I know Alejandro was watching it. He used to watch a lot of Gundams, and every time I was asking what's going on, he's like, "Oh, it's ending again. People are just leaving a building or something." And I'm like, "This is stupid. Stupid. It's so stupid." I go and tell your mom here. I say, "I can beat you," and then I shoot you.
You know, a few episodes before the last episode of a series of Gundam, they just kill off like half the characters.
Exactly.
So,
Kill them all off, then say,
Well,
"Hey,
a cool
goodbye,
thing
everyone. I'm going to have a good night's sex."
A cool thing about Code...
Silence.
A cool thing about Code Geass is a couple of characters who you wouldn't think die.
Yeah, definitely. It was very like, whoa.
like,
And then a lot of times I was like, whoa, no, chainsaw, no!
At one of these points, it made me really happy because lots of anime I've seen don't have the courage to kill off characters. I was watching an anime on...
Seriously. I mean, my creative writing teacher says not to kill off people, like, in the end, like, and then they all get hit by a bus and die. But really, I made a story like that, and he's like, this is like the best story I've ever read.
Moonphase,
Like,
that's what it was.
what?
Moonphase, they kill... I guess I'll spoil it. Nah. Yeah, I guess I have to. They kill off 2 of their characters and then they bring them back to life like 3 episodes later.
See, now that's stupid. If you get kill someone off, unless it's really like dramatic and it's like you go through a whole storyline trying to bring them back to life.
And
No.
I love about it where they don't give an explanation to it at all. They're just like, oh yeah, we got this little thing, and yeah, when you get sad, I start dying more, and that's how it happens. But I'm back in life. And this is another anime review, but I like animes that have the courage to kill off characters.
Seriously.
That was like you know when we use the same sound, courage to kill characters.
Alliteration.
Yeah. It's because, you know, too many animes I see just don't kill off characters. They're like, oh, we killed someone off. Like, freaking Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Don't get me started.
I know a lot of people who like Dragon Ball Z, and I'm not saying I
The
dislike
battle
it.
between Goku and what's his name, Ginyu lasted forever.
Yeah, it's a great anime, but the fact that 90% of the characters have died like 3 times on the show really takes something away from it.
Vegeta.
Like, oh crap, our main character died. Oh well,
Now-
we just got the magical
now he-
balls and now we're back alive.
Yeah, and I just had to run like 1,000,000 miles in like 2 days, which is completely possible.
I guess they got the little like fly thing. Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I think
wait, can I just say something about Dragon Ball Z? I think the writer was like, okay, I think I'm gonna retire Goku, you're dead.
my cousin.
And then someone said, we're offering you $1 million to continue Dragon Ball Z. Okay, bring him back to life, guys.
My cousin actually said that the writer of Dragon Ball Z wanted to stop the story after Frieza, which would have been interesting.
It's true.
But here's something I want to say.
Once he had like Brawly and everything, I was so into Brawly, dude. He was like, oh,
Dude.
Surfer dude, like, I'm so pumped to go kick your ass, and he's all like, oh, boom.
We're
And
kind
then
of
also, like,
rambling,
crazy.
so one last thing about Dragon Ball Z, and then we'll get back to Geass. I think, and I know a lot of people are gonna kill me for this, Dragon Ball is better than Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you're gonna die, bitch. I disagree with that fully.
I thought the Dragon Ball was just more fun, and
No, because you say Dragon Ball, you can just use a Kamehameha, and everyone was like, oh, damn.
but I like there were so many like it was a lot more lighthearted than Dragon Ball Z, and
Who wants lighthearted? Wait, no, there's pervertedness.
in okay, you seriousness is good in an anime where there's a lot of thought, but if you're just like, oh my god,
Full Metal Alchemist.
yeah,
Love that series.
cough, Code Geass, cough, a bunch of other animes, possibly Death Note, cough, but I'm not even gonna get started on Death Note right now.
Oh no, don't get us started.
I'll talk about it later. I won't say I hate it. I won't say I love it. But
I feel the same way.
bottom line, 3 anime scores. I think Alejandro fell asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean.
I really want to say 10, but I have
I
to,
am gonna say 10 because I gave Pony Pony Dash a 10, and this is obviously better than that.
I have to say, and I can't believe I gave I'm giving this a lower grade than Pony.
Pony.
It's because I only saw one episode of Pony Pony Dash, and I really liked that episode. But I have to say, I give Code Geass, as much as I love it, it's probably my favorite anime of all time. A 9.
Same here. I think that
Can I explain why?
really
Really quick? Because I love how it was balanced and everything, but there are some things where I was like, oh, could you have just cut that out?
Yeah, there are moments where it's just like, that was completely unnecessary. Go back to that.
I really think the part,
I'm just
I'm
giving
sorry, but
now I'm thinking about
sorry,
an epic
spoiler
plot
alert.
twist.
Why did he have to erase Shirley's memory?
Sean.
Okay.
like, I'm giving
I'm
it a 10 just
sorry.
because I don't want to give it a lower rating than Pony Pony Dash. That's the only reason.
Sean, why you got spoiled? It's not that big of a spoiler.
I know, but still, it just really annoyed me. I was like, ah, damn. Okay, let's go.
My review, 9. Mostly because I have an anime that I like more than this, and I'm gonna give that a 10. And I don't want to give them both 10s because that is like Yeah, we're
Sacrilegious.
running out of time. True Blue Otaku team signing out. Subscribe, rate, and comment. This is our second anime review.
Check
Go
out the Sean
Geass.
show.